Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. WWE Monday Night Raw presents Payback. Get the Payback review. Describe Payback in one word. Underwhelming. It's just like WWE doesn't care. I mean, they had a short little pre-show match, which I didn't even see. I got there halfway through the pre-show and don't know if they even showed it on the network. I don't know. It was in Zone Kaz versus the Club. Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson. I seen the results online. In Zone Kaz getting the victory. 6 minutes. I didn't know anything about it. Alright, let's go to the regular show. Start off. We just won, boom, through 4 titles. And then we had just garbage after that. U.S. title, Chris Jericho versus United States Champion Kevin Owens versus Chris Jericho. If Jericho wins, he moves to SmackDown Live. Fozzy's tour starts on May 5th. So you were kind of expecting Jericho to lose. The face of America, Kevin Owens, to continue as United States Champion. No, we have new United States Champion Chris Jericho. I gave it 3 stars. It was a good match. Surprising, didn't he? 14 minutes long. Surprising Jericho getting the victory. I assume Jericho drops it back to Kevin Owens on SmackDown, or maybe Jericho has a open challenge, and then maybe Nakamura or somebody like that. And then when we get AJ Nakamura at Backlash. But Jericho, your new United States Champion. Next, we had a Cruiserweight title on the line. We had Champion Neville versus Austin Aries. Fully expecting not a replay of Mania. I mean, it was a good match. I gave this one 2 3/4. Mania was better, but I was expecting maybe a title change or something different from what Mania happened. Oh, we got different, all right. We got Neville grabbing the referee and basically getting disqualified. As we know, in most matches, titles do not change on disqualification. So we had Austin Aries winning by disqualification, and then there's no title change. And then Neville still a Cruiserweight champion. Extreme Rules is June pay-per-view for Raw. This is basically their May pay-per-view. So I assume June was some type of gimmick on this. Eventually, you would think Neville would drop the title to Aries, and then Neville would go on to the United Kingdom show. So next we had the tag title on the line. We had Sheamus and Cesaro versus the Hardys. Really, again, nothing more spectacular. 13-minute match. Jeff Hardy getting the pin on Sheamus. I gave it 3 stars. It was good. Nice little match. The only weird thing was at the end you had Sheamus and Cesaro attacking the Hardys. So I thought they were already heel. They turned to make them badass heels. I don't understand it at all. So we have the Hardys retaining the Raw tag titles. We had the Raw Women's title on the line. Kind of like I said in the pre-show. They were wanting to make Alexa Bliss this holy champion of female wrestlers. So you had Alexa Bliss winning the Raw Women's title, beating Bayley in her hometown. So Alexa Bliss becoming the first ever SmackDown Women's Champion and Raw Women's Champion. So Charlotte will be the second when Charlotte wins at Backlash. So 2 3/4 star match, 11 minutes long. Alexa Bliss, your new Raw Women's Champion. Next, we have the House of Horrors match. So stupid. Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton. It starts with Randy Orton driving up to his house in a limousine. They're kind of like a Friday the 13th Halloween type house. Creepy little, like a freaking drug house, basically. You had Bray Wyatt waiting with this, weird lights, waiting for Randy. They fought a little bit here and there, knocked him through the coffee table. Ended up having a refrigerator spot. Had the refrigerator fall on Randy Orton, and they fought in the house for like 12 minutes. As Bray leaves, you think they're gonna burn the house down or do something cool with the house, and he gets in a limo and says, "To the arena, driver," and drives away. The whole world's in your hands. We're like, so they have to make a trek back to the freaking arena because there's only pinfall. submission or forfeit in the ring. So like next match, Seth Rollins, Samoa Joe. Good match. Seth Rollins is really selling the knee injury from Mania, which I'm kind of getting, it's taken away from Seth Rollins matches. Rollins and Joe should have been really good. It was good. I give it 3 star. They give it some time. They gave it 16 minutes, which is really not much time, but in today's WWE it is. Seth Rollins getting the victory over Joe. It's like, okay, now what? So it's like, okay, kind of underwhelming to me then. Then we go back to the Bray Wyatt Randy Orton match. You see the limo pull up backstage. Perfect timing, right? Bray Wyatt gets out, his intro. He gets in the ring. You're expecting, okay, this is a forfeit. Is Randy still at the house? What's going on? Then Randy appears in the ring and they fought for 7 minutes. And Bray Wyatt gets the, before Bray Wyatt, Randy was doing his little face run stuff in the ring. And the Shearer brothers, formerly known as Bollywood Boys, show up. Jinder Mahal's 2 goons. They attack Randy. Jinder comes in and attacks Randy, holding the world title that he stole from Randy on SmackDown. Then you had Bray Wyatt hitting his sister Abigail and getting the 1, 2, 3. I really do think Jinder Mahal will win the SmackDown world title based on the new show in India and wherever the hell over in India, the new show WWE is supposed to be doing in Dubai, I think is where it's at. So something they're involved in over there. So we'll see where that goes. But we had Bray Wyatt winning the House of Horrors match, and our main event, Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. When the crowd is saying at the end of the match, "Thank you, Strowman," Roman Reigns comes out all bandaged up, like he's just like, "I've been through a fight, and I'm gonna come kick your ass." And he got his ass kicked. Guessing they're taking him off TV for a while for Lesnar to come back to, I guess, in July at Great Balls of Fire. We're gonna have Braun Strowman and Lesnar. I'm guessing. I don't know. Great Balls of Fire, really? Not Bad Blood, not Judgment Day, not No Way Out, not any of these vintage pay-per-views you can use, but Great Balls of Fire? Okay, so, Strowman getting the victory over Reigns here. Strowman just annihilating Reigns at the end. It looks like Reigns taking time off. Reigns was laid out in the ring, and Strowman takes the steps and just goes right in the gut. It's like, dude, and the crowd's just cheering, "Thank you, Strowman." Reigns is coughing up blood. You're like, okay, Reigns is out for a while. I know we still want to do Reigns Lesnar next year at Mania, so we'll see what happens. But Strowman getting the victory over Roman Reigns in your main event. We'll see what happens on Raw and SmackDown with the Jericho being on SmackDown, Bray Wyatt's on Raw. Maybe we do Bray Wyatt and a broken Matt Hardy. Boom! Cannot wait for that match. So that'll wrap up the Payback 2017 review. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content. Don't just have a great night, have a spiffy night. Remember, Robert Sports Show. Stay tuned for the NBA Round 2 preview. NASCAR Weekend Review, NASCAR Preview coming next week. I'm going to get back on, hopefully, schedule doing the videos I want to do each week. Along with the Road to Backlash. So as always, thanks for watching.